You ever wonder what really happens when a huge investment firm buys stock in a company halfway around the world? I mean, it feels instant, right? Almost like magic. But behind that one click, there's this hidden, high-speed financial network moving millions of dollars in seconds. Well, today, we're going to pull back that curtain and map out the entire journey of one of these massive global trades from start to finish.
So here's the big question. How do they do it safely? We're going to follow the money and the shares on a journey across continents. And what you're about to see is this incredible, complex choreography that makes our global markets actually work. It's how millions of dollars and thousands of shares get to their exact destination, securely and with just mind-boggling precision.
Okay, to make this real, we're tracking a single, pretty significant transaction, a $2.16 million trade.
And what's that money for? It's to buy exactly 100,000 shares in one company. See, this isn't just about moving currency around. This is about transferring a real piece of ownership across borders.
And here's the amazing part. Despite all the moving pieces, all the different currencies and banks, there is only one destination, getting those shares safely into the buyer's account. This whole thing is a story of incredible financial precision.
All right, so let's get into our case study. We are following a $2 million trade, and it's moving from the United States all the way to India.
And here are our players. The buyer is BlackRock, one of the biggest investors on the planet, based right in the US. And the asset they're going after? 100,000 shares of Infosys, a technology giant listed on the Indian stock market. So, let's see how they actually get it done.
Now, for a trade like this to happen, BlackRock can't just, wire money directly to the Indian Stock Exchange. It doesn't work that way. They need a team of specialists, a super secure custody chain, to handle the assets every single step of the way.
The best way to think about this is like a high-tech relay race. Each person in this chain has one very specific job, to flawlessly pass the baton, whether that baton is cash or securities, to the next person in line with no mistakes. And here's our team. It all starts with the investor, BlackRock, but they don't do this directly. Nope, they rely on their global custodian, in this case, JP Morgan. Now, to operate in India, JP Morgan needs a local expert, so they partner with a sub-custodian, HDFC Bank. From there, HDFC connects to the market's core infrastructure, the clearing corporation, which guarantees the trade, and the depository, which actually holds the shares. That right there, that's the custody chain.
And just look at how distinct each role is. BlackRock, they own the assets. JP Morgan, they manage those assets globally. HDFC Bank is their agent on the ground in India. The clearing corporation, they're the guarantor, making sure the trade actually happens. And the depository is basically a secure digital vault for the shares. Every single link in this chain is absolutely critical.
Okay, so the team's in place. Now it's time for the trade to actually happen. This is the moment of execution, the digital handshake that kicks this whole thing off. So BlackRock's order to buy 100,000 shares hits the National Stock Exchange of India. And boom! Instantly, the exchange's computers find a seller, or maybe a bunch of sellers, willing to sell at that price. A match is made, and a digital contract, a trade ticket, is created. The deal is officially on.
The second that happens, the communication network just springs to life. The global custodian, JP Morgan, sends this highly secure message. It's called a SWIFT instruction, and it zips across the globe to their partner, HDFC Bank in India. That message has all the trade details, and it basically says, hey, get ready, a deal's been made, and we need to prepare to receive 100,000 shares.
And that brings us to the most crucial part of this entire process, the settlement. This is where the cash actually gets exchanged for the shares.
The entire system is built on one simple but incredibly powerful principle: delivery versus payment, or DVP. You can think of it as the golden rule of finance. It means the shares will not be delivered to the buyer until the payment is made, and the payment will not be released to the seller until the shares are delivered. This little rule completely removes the risk of one person getting paid and the other person getting nothing. So to make this delivery versus payment thing happen, two different assets have to move at the exact same time, on parallel tracks. On one track, you've got the money, and on the other, you've got the securities, the shares. So let's follow both of those journeys.
First up, let's follow the money. The trade was agreed to in US dollars, but it has to be settled in Indian rupees. So that means a foreign exchange, or FX transaction, has to happen. For our example, let's say the rate is 83.33 rupees to the dollar. That FX conversion turns BlackRock's US dollars into about $18
18 crore Indian rupees. Then, that massive sum is transferred from HDFC Bank's account directly to the clearing corporation. So phase 1 is done. The buyer's money is now in the hands of the central guarantor.
Okay, at the exact same time, on the securities track, the seller's doing their part. Their 100,000 Infosys shares are moved from their account into the control of the depository, where they are basically earmarked for the clearing corporation. So now, the shares are also with the central guarantor.
And this is where you see the brilliant role of the clearing corporation. Just think of them as a totally trusted third party holding both assets in escrow. They've got the buyer's 18 crore rupees, and they've got the seller's 100,000 shares. Now, and only now, can they finally perform the swap with absolutely zero risk to either side.
So, with both sides of the deal safely secured by the clearing corporation, the final act can take place: the official settlement.
And in India, settlement happens incredibly fast. The trade gets executed on what they call T-Day. The very next business day, known as T+1, is settlement day. That's when ownership officially changes hands. It's that quick.
So on T+1, the clearing corporation gives the green light. They release the money to the seller, and they instruct a depository to make the final move. Those 100,000 Infosys shares are officially credited to BlackRock's Demat account, which is basically a secure digital wallet for holding shares. And just like that, mission accomplished.
So what's the big takeaway here? It's that every single day, trillions of dollars are changing hands across the globe, not through some kind of magic, but through this incredible invisible network. It's a system built on layers of trusted specialists and perfected with digital precision. And it's what ensures the engine of the global economy just keeps running smoothly and, most importantly, safely.